Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, Prime Minister Hubert Ingram delivering his Easter message to Bahamians. The country records its 32nd murder for the year. Plus, operations at the Lyndon Pinling International Airport continuing to run smoothly. And Bahamians gearing up to hit the beach this Easter holiday. So don't go anywhere. The Bahamas Tonight Weekend Edition starts in 20 seconds.
Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Weekend Edition, and a happy Holy Saturday to all of you. I'm LaDawn Davis. As always, it's great to have you with us. Millions of Christians throughout the world, joined by thousands here at home, are preparing to celebrate the greatest event on the Christian calendar, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It is a story told for more than 2,000 years and is the source of hope for all Christians. Yesterday, we commemorated the painful journey of Christ's sentencing by Pilate, the walk to Calvary carrying a heavy cross, wearing a crown of thorns, and his ultimate sacrifice for mankind, his crucifixion. He arose from the grave at Easter, heralding victory over death. Later in this newscast, we'll show you how a number of churches are bringing the story of Jesus Christ to the stage. The season of renewal, rebirth, and new beginnings is how Prime Minister Hubert Ingram described the Easter season in his Easter message. Mr. Ingram noted that we are taught by the Gospels of Jesus Christ that out of death can come abundant life. Altavis Munnings tells us more.
The Prime Minister's Easter message indicated that Easter is a special time to renew bonds of faith, family, and friendship, as well as those of citizenship and community. Mr. Ingram encouraged Bahamians to do so through the generosity of spirit and action towards our families, neighbors, and the wider community. This Easter, though, the Prime Minister says he's especially reminded of the children of the Bahamas.
At the beginning of the year, I traveled to a number of primary schools throughout the country. I especially remember the children in Red Bays in Andros, in Alistown in Bimini, at Cabbage Hill in Crooked Island, and here in Nassau at T.G. Glover and at Anatole Rogers. And often at my office or on Rossum Square or Parliament Square, I see groups of school children. No matter the demands of the time of the day, no matter the pressing issues, to see the simple joy and curiosity in the eyes of our children often refreshes my spirit and restores my energy. Like you, I see in them great promise and the cycle of life. In the eyes of our children is a message to all of us of how precious are the hours, days and years that we have been granted. Time is a gift from God. What we do with that time is our gift back to God.
The Prime Minister's Easter message also admonishes Bahamians to perhaps renew a New Year's resolution or an offer of volunteering previously made but not yet fulfilled. He also encouraged Bahamians to renew their spirit of gratitude and peace, and most of all, to exercise safety this holiday weekend.
While at the beach or around pools, please ensure that all children are watched at all times. In the spirit of neighborliness and community, please provide an extra pair of eyes on those children who may not be yours. We are, after all, our neighbors' keepers. Considerable work has been done to improve a number of beaches. Let us show our appreciation to those who worked to create our beach parks by leaving them clean, green, and pristine at the end of the day. Please take precautions in driving. Do not speed. Please buckle up and do not drink and drive. Motorcyclists should wear helmets. Children and young people should sit inside of trucks, or if in the back, they should sit down within the body of the truck. Let us all work to avoid accidents, injury, and possible heartache, and walk away from any potential altercations which may lead to further problems.
The Prime Minister's annual Easter message also reminds Bahamians that we owe a great thanks to those law enforcement officials, medical personnel, and other public servants who are working on our behalf across the country, including on the high seas, over the Easter holiday period. Altavis Munnings, ZNS News.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force's National Crime Prevention Office is also imploring Bahamians to be safe this holiday weekend. National Crime Prevention Director Superintendent Carolyn Bowe and Inspector Anthony Roll, the office's manager, advises motorists that traffic police will beef up their patrols throughout the capital to ensure all laws are adhered to.
Running the red light, driving a motorbike without a helmet, driving a car without your seatbelt, and driving without due care and attention. And I would like to say to those bikers who particularly would use the Western District around the Easter holidays, and particularly to that Gambe area, that those traffic officers, I can assure you, will be up and about. You have to ensure that your motorbikes are insured and licensed.
We are asking motorists to be courteous of other road users, and also drive to stay alive, because as Superintendent Bowe said, the traffic department will be out in full force, and they will be citing any motorists who do not adhere to these traffic laws.
Police Press Liaison Officer Inspector Chrislyn Skippings offered advice to boaters and maintains that the police, along with the Defense Force, Harbor Patrol Unit, and port officials, will actively monitor all water activity this holiday weekend.
And we are going to pay special attention to those persons who are operating vessels without license, and to those persons who operate jet skis without licenses, and who also break the law as it relates to jet skis. Let me say to you, any operating craft should not be within 200 feet of the shoreline. If you come within that boundary, I can assure you that your police department will take decisive action.
Just a year ago, some 9 Brethren churches started a project that they felt will be one for the whole family to enjoy. And today, its final product, the Easter Song, a dramatic musical production that reenacts Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. The play this Holy Week is living up to their expectations. It may have taken an entire year to complete, but the Easter Song, a musical production, is a hit this Easter holiday, evident by the hundreds of Christians and enthusiasts that fill the bleachers on the Grace Community Church grounds of Soldier Road to witness a reenactment of Jesus' crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension, the most sacred event on the Christian calendar. Young Bahamians weren't left out, as they too were anxious to see the production up close and personal for the very first time. Co-director Cranston Knowles says as many as 200 voices were used to form the choir, which sang about 85 pieces, making for what he believes is a very successful production.
It is a musical, so we start with the triumphal entry, and we go from there into Gethsemane, the Lord's Supper. Then we take the audience to Calvary. We see Jesus' death, and we take him into the tomb, see the glorious resurrection, and then we end with the ascension.
Knowles, who is also the co-pastor of Abundant Life Church, says this musical production, which depicts biblical teachings, was not only designed to inspire the old, but the young at heart as well.
Well, our desire is during Easter, there's so many things happening, and Easter really is all about our Lord, what he did. And in a generation right now, especially in this country, we have a generation that may be even getting a little disconnected, because this is a TV generation, a visual generation. So let's do it. You know, let's take music, let's take drama, let's put it together and show this is what the story is all about. This is what we believe, and this is what Jesus did.
While the production is free and the last showing is this coming Easter Sunday, Knowles says he was surprised by the turnout and is grateful for the overwhelming support.
We had a full night then. We have seating for like 1,500, and we had standing room only.
When we come back, after that massive protest by customs and immigration officers this week, operations at the Lynden Pindling International Airport are running smoothly. More on that story coming up.